Last week, we put 4 daring contestants through their scream test in the possessed Parramatta Orphanage, where children spent miserable lives before it became an insane asylum and patients were subjected to even worse abuse.
Feel I need a friend to be with me.
Psychic Tamar seemed to channel an orphan spirit.
I've already been abandoned once, that's why I'm here. Why are you doing it again?
Oh, shit!
Highly strung Darren was totally terrified.
She's in here with me.
Spider.
Tracy couldn't handle leg spin.
Shit! I'm being chased by an overgrown cat's toy.
While Steve really hit his straps.
Scared the shit out of me. Something moving in here now or something.
All 4 remain to fight it out for the place in the grand final. Which one will make it? Then, Monte Cristo, where we scream test 4 new Ghostbusters.
Oh my God!
And the ghosts come after the crew.
Oh, that temperature it's just gone ice.
I'm hearing a baby crying. This light is flashing on and off.
What's happening with your machine?
I can feel ghosts.
She's just about at threshold in the system.
That thing's definitely moving.
You go. You're not gonna beat me.
I don't know what that was.
Tracy was far from happy when we left her in a straitjacket in the treatment room where psychiatric patients were restrained.
Definitely don't like this straitjacket.
The effects you'll hear are by the crew.
The people that were subject to some nasty things in here. Oh my goodness, like that. I'm hoping that the fact that I'm in a straitjacket like they used to be is putting me in fairly good stead. Maybe they identify with me. Okay, chains are gone. I wouldn't like them either. If I was in here and I was getting chained up, I would be angry at the chains as well. Doesn't mean they're angry at me.
In the infirmary, Tamar has to find a puzzle which has the password to the next challenge written on the back. Tamar, though, as she has for most of the night, seems to be off somewhere else.
Jigsaw puzzles. I guess life is a puzzle of many pieces of which all the people here were trying to put together. The pretty pictures on the facade were what they used to pretend they were happy or things like that, but you know, when it all comes down to it, there is no pretending underneath you are who you are.
Darren's been increasingly spooked as the night's gone on.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! I have no idea. Whether an hour's gone by or 4 hours gone by, I have no idea. I've lost all track of time.
Now he's taking on the matron's room. He's remembered the password correctly, and he needs to search a virtual room for clues. The second challenge is to find the disease that orphan girl Rebecca Matthews died from. Darren finds that the disease was erysipelas, so he's scored full marks in both challenges. Steve was already on the edge when we left him in the day room where the poor orphans were punished. He's hearing sound effects and the crew is moving the rocking horse, but it all seems very real to Steve.
There's some vibrations in the floor. I don't know if you can hear it.
We can't explain the vibrations he seems to be feeling.
There's a thump, there's that thumping noise again. And I don't know what it is. And I don't know where it's coming from. What the f is that?
Next, men behaving madly. Tracy's glad to be out of the straitjacket. and will now spend her time in the day room, the place where we just saw Steve freak.
Supposed to be checking out sounds. Oh. More footsteps. Whoa. I think that rocking horse just went. Something's rocking.
Now it's Steve's turn in the cell. He's already highly stressed. The heart monitor will help the crew to assess how he copes.
So they've got the heart monitors on me at the moment to see if my heart rate picks up on any sort of thing that's in here at all. Just felt a vibration through the floor, again as in the other room. Yeah, I wonder how the old heart's doing here. It's totally dark and I'm not allowed to use this light for anything except filming my ugly mug. I feel like I'm in a pretty safe spot in the room. Like I could sit here quite comfortably for a little bit.
The team moves the ball using a magnet under the floor.
I'm not so comfortable over there now. That freaked the shit out of me right there. That ball right there just freaked the shit out of me. My eyes are watering and I don't know if it's going to move again or what it is. Oh, did you see that? Look at that ball. It's moving on its own, man.
I'm hoping the next set of footsteps I hear is cameramen. Definite bumps. Very close, whispering. Stay calm. Stay calm.
That was the red ball that moved before, and that was the yellow one that moved as well on its own, and I just literally shit myself. Scared the shit out of me, that kid. What is that, man? I'm really sort of unsettled now again. I was getting a bit comfortable there. It just moved again, did you see that? Something in here, man.
It's Tamar's turn to take on the second challenge.
At the moment, I'm feeling maybe just a touch of what some of the people might have felt when they were here. Frustrated! I can't figure this password out.
Tamar failed to find the password to the computer in the matron's room. Without these points, she won't make it to the grand final. It's Darren's time in the straitjacket as the crew puts him into the treatment room.
It's the first time for everything, isn't it?
The effects in this room certainly unnerved Tracy. Darren's very shaky. Let's see how he copes with the falling bottle effect.
That scared the shit out of me. But guess what? Well, push them all off if you're going to push them. Don't stuff around. I'm already scared shitless anyway, so...
Now he's throwing out a challenge. You could say he asked for that.
I'm just trying to think of happy thoughts. Positive, happy thoughts. I feel lots of things, and I feel so many things in this room. I feel insanity. I feel, I I can understand how people would want to run and just run into walls and...
Ruth counsels a very shaken Darren.
You've done very well. Very well. Let's get you out of this. Had some nasty frights, haven't you? Hey, let's just get back in the body.
I need to heal
Yeah, I know.
myself.
It's all right.
He's had a rough night, but he's made it through. Now all that remains is for the contestants to complete their memory test and for their points to be tallied and their video diaries assessed. What it boiled down to was one person, and the winner tonight is Darren. So congratulations, Darren, on... I don't know if that's a good thing, is it, Darren? It's a comeback. It's time to say goodbye to Parramatta Orphanage and its unfortunate past. Next, screen test number 4 as 4 new contestants take on the curse of Monte Cristo.
Oh, God, I hope this ain't real.
And the ghosts come after the crew.
We've got someone in the van here with us. What's happening with your machine?
And this is really, really serious.
Tonight we're here investigating a series of unusual occurrences that have made this building, Monte Cristo Historic Homestead at Junee, one of Australia's scariest locations. Monte Cristo, which for more than a century has been home to murders, suicides and mysterious deaths. Those who live there know they share this house with the spirits of the past.
I have had the experience of hearing footsteps on the balcony, go out, no one there.
Our psychics are standing by and our contestants are about to arrive. It's time to embark on the Monte Cristo screen test.
My name's Michael Donnelly. The only thing that scares me is, I guess, the unknown. If you can't prepare yourself for a lot of things. Normally I do prepare myself, but some things that come up upon you and scare the bejesus out of you.
One step.
My name is Dennis Holler. My house is a bit haunted. A couple of times my mother's been attacked by the ghost and I had a couple of sheets pulled down while I'm sleeping at night time.
One step. I'm Michelle. Reality scares me. Not so much the ghosts aspect, but reality, like real fear. Take one step.
My name's Fiona Goff and I'm scared of ghosts, things of the unknown, anything that I'm not aware of, 100%.
Come in if you'd like to remove your hoods, please. Welcome to Monte Cristo. The contestants surrender their watches and mobile phones to disorient them.
No.
Now, in a moment, you're going to be given a kit, which will contain a digital video camera, a laser-sighted non-contact thermometer, an electromagnetic field radiation tester, a compass and a logbook. Now, you're going to go into 5 separate rooms. We'll be monitoring your efforts in each room at all times, so if by some chance you do become overcome physically or mentally, we have a trained medical officer only 5 minutes away. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Monte Cristo, and my last word to you before we take a little look is good luck.
This stunning mansion was built in 1884 by Christopher Crawley, a pastoralist and land speculator. He called it Monte Cristo, Mount of Christ. But the holy name did nothing to protect his home from the dark forces which have been at work here for more than a century. When Christopher Crawley died here in 1910, his widow Elizabeth locked herself away until her death 23 years later. The house lay derelict until it was bought by Reg Ryan and his wife Olive.
We found out after we'd only been here a week or so that animals just didn't like the house. We brought our pet cat over, put it down the house and it went completely mad. Couldn't get out downstairs, raced up the broken staircase, jumped off the second floor and we never ever saw it again.
Olive was to make an even more gruesome discovery. A feral kitten from the barn found a way into the locked house one morning.
Walked into the kitchen and here's this cat on the floor, mutilated, eyes away from its head. They'd been gouged out. And I got a terrible fright and I screamed out to my husband and shot out of the room like nobody's business.
In the house, sounds of phantom piano playing have been heard, along with even more alarming noises.
I was here by myself and I had my name called, my own name. And I thought, that's strange, there's no one around. And I went looking around to see who was calling me. Walked around the house and found there was nothing here. I feel there's another family living here. We can't see them, no, they can't see us.
Fiona must spend time in the stables, the room of the first challenge.
When I first drove in the gate, I felt a little bit nervous coming in, but I actually feel quite calm.
In this room, the contestants must find an envelope hidden in a chest. They must then read a poem and hold the paper near a naked flame to reveal a word written in invisible ink. This is the password to the next challenge. First, though, Fiona will find out about the stables.
The old coach house and stables have always left visitors feeling distressed. It was only after a psychic came here that Reg got his first clue to its gruesome past.
The psychic come running out of the stable area saying he could smell death and was terrible and he couldn't stay there. And it wasn't until later that we found out that little boy was actually burnt to death down in that area.
Records revealed that a young stable boy, Morris, died here.
Come on, boy, time for work.
One day, Morris complained he felt ill.
Time to get up, we got some work, come on.
His boss thought he was shirking and struck a match to his straw mattress to rouse him. But Morris really was sick and unable to move, and he burned to death.
This room has a lot of feeling. I feel so much in here, but I feel a little bit of sorrow too. Like when I watch that movie, there was a fire and stuff. I actually feel a little bit of sadness for whatever's in here. It's pretty stupid, and I'm feeling very scared at the same time. But I feel scared, I feel nervous, but I feel sorry for some reason. It's a bit worried at the moment.
We have played some sound effects to Fiona. Her difficulty separating the real from the imagined is going to give her grief all night.
EMF reads very high when I point it over in the way where the noise is coming from.
And now she thinks the EMF readings are somehow related.
It's reading, like the normal is 0.2 or something, but it's reading, if it reads any higher than 0.1 or 0.2, like mine got up to 1.7, and I'm like, oh, geez.
She's quite scared, this one in the stables.
What are you going to do?
Just push it out of it.
Max believes he can pull the fear out of her.
It's up in her head now. That's it.
Room has definitely a lot of energy, and
Fiona is going to have to get up to find the clue.
I'd probably go on a little walk around here, but I won't.
Michelle is going to be shut in the boys' bedroom.
Kind of expecting a lot to happen, actually, because I can feel presences here, and I just think, oh, what's going to happen? I'm just really excited and nervous and just full of anticipation.
I'm just going to link you up to an ECG machine.
Her heart rate will be monitored by our nurse in the control van. Our producer instructs Michelle to record any unusual sounds. As a control, several special effects will be staged during the night. Contestants must judge if their encounters are real or paranormal. Michelle must start by learning the history of this room.
Jan is a friend of the Ryans. She's a skeptic, but every time she goes into the boys' room, a physical change comes over her.
Very nervous.
You feel as if you really want to go out. It's not threatening, it's just that your heart accelerates so much, you feel very tight in the chest. It becomes that fast and uncomfortable that you really do have to go. And I walked down and I said to Olive, I know this is stupid, but this is what happened. And she said, it happened to me too.
I didn't really like watching that video. Keep looking around wondering if something's going to jump out at me. Yeah, I'm really quite anxious, but I'll stay in here for a while. It's just, I get shivers up and down my spine.
The heart monitors stopped. It's the first in a series of strange technical problems that the crew experienced during the night.
Right now, there's probably not a lot we can do about that.
I'm hearing whispering. Can you hear it? It's the whispering again.
The effects tape is of whispering, but Michelle's fear and imagination gives it far more meaning.
What are you saying? They're whispering about me. So they don't want me in here. I think they're telling me that there's too many people and they definitely just don't want me in here at all. And every time I pass through this area, it's like there's a...
While she's concentrating on sounds, our team makes the cradle rock.
And he goes, look, the pram, it's moving, I didn't move it. I swear I didn't move it.
Coming up, Michael tackles the shackles.
I might just put these on.
And Dennis has a bad hair day.
All of a sudden, all my hairs and my back's just stood up.
Michael is off to the caretaker's cottage.
I've had indirect experiences, but I'm just looking for some sort of confirmation that there is something out there.
Michael could well get his evidence. He is crossing an area where our paranormal researcher Mike Williams was taking photos earlier. These photos show a mysterious mist known to paranormal researchers as ectoplasm. This photo has an apparition in the top right corner and an unexplained bar down the middle. Michael's task in the caretaker's cottage is to note any temperature changes on the multi-probe thermometer.
It's a probe. It can measure different areas of the room.
He will now learn the dark history of this room.
The feeling of evil at Monte Cristo is at its strongest in the outbuildings, particularly this one, the caretaker's cottage. It seems to exude a malevolent presence, with many strange events occurring here over the years. Locals remember a grisly murder when a disturbed young man came up here after watching the movie Psycho 3 times. It had sent him mad. With a loaded gun, he hunted down caretaker Jack Simpson and shot him dead. The boy's message, "Die Jack, ha!" can still be clearly seen. If this wasn't the only brush with madness for this sorry place, the first housekeeper's insane son was kept chained here. He was eventually discovered curled at the feet of his dead mother's body.
I might just get up and have a look around at some of the pictures on the wall, try and find a bit more what sort of person's lived in this place.
Michael used to be a policeman and immediately treats his time in the room like an investigation.
Very simple sort of artefacts and ornaments. A few pictures of babies on the walls. These shackles have got me quite intrigued on the table here. I might just put these on. Let's come on. So hopefully my ankle's not too big.
This is just the start of Michael's unique approach to his scream test.
Yeah, I can't really seem to get these on. So, quite good to put them on and get a feeling for it.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take up a position where the caretaker's son was shackled. I'm going to lie in the position at the end of the table, where I think he was left at the end of his mother's dead body, and try and get a feel for this room and what actually would have happened. I might actually lay the shackles across my ankles, even though they can't fit on me.
Remember, all we've asked him to do is keep an eye on temperature.
That's really interesting, because I think he's into some sort of energy thing here. I think.
You're right.
Yeah, he's blinking his eyes. He's blinking his eyes. Dennis is heading to the chapel.
I've got a feeling I might see a couple of things or feel a couple of things, but I believe in God, so I feel He will protect me, so I should be all right.
His task in the room will be to take photographs with an infrared camera when he feels any signs of paranormal activity. Now, he'll be briefed on the room.
Off the first floor balcony is this tiny room, known as the chapel, isolated from the rest of the house. Guests have seen a mystery woman here, dressed in black and wearing a large cross. A woman also seen by Cheryl Lee, the Ryans' youngest daughter.
One day wandering, just went onto the veranda, walked around there, looked up and she was sitting in the room. Big woman in dark clothing, and sort of didn't scare me, just looked away, looked back again, and she wasn't there. And that happened on a couple of occasions.
Only recently has it been revealed that this was a private chapel used by Mrs. Crawley in her long period of isolation. Maybe her spirit still dominates this tiny space.
I feel quite safe in here because, it's a chapel, she believes in God, so, and I believe in God as well, so I feel quite calm at the moment, not very scared. Walking to the corner here where the bed is, a couple of Bibles on the bed. Makes me feel quite safe actually. I don't think anyone's in here, and that's why I feel so relaxed.
It's not long, though, before Dennis's faith is being tested, and with no prompting from the crew.
All of a sudden, all my hairs and my back's just stood up. I'm getting a cold shiver down my spine. My heart's pumping a million miles per hour. You can see I'm stumbling my words coming out. Very hard to breathe at the moment. Very scared for some reason, I don't know why.
He is so nervous he's failed to take any photos. It will cost him points.
I don't know if someone just walked in the room and walked back out.
In the stables, Fiona's found the courage to search for the clue. But our sound effects make her confused and on edge.
Hello? Fuck. I'm back again. I'm back in the what's this place called? I'm back in the shed, the farm shed with all the where there was a fire, and I just heard a really loud bang, and oh God, I hope this ain't real. Anyway, just recording that I just heard a really loud bang, and I don't want to turn this light off.
Next, Michelle's curtain raiser.
Shit. Oh, the bar is just open.
Come on, kids, talk to me.
And Michael finally makes contact.
I heard you.
Michael is being hooked up to the heart monitor in the boys' room, where Michelle thought spirits were talking to her. And earlier this evening, Ruth sensed a woman's presence.
A woman sleeping in the bed, or trying to sleep in the bed, constantly vigilant to this child.
Also in this room, children's faces have been seen at the window, even though there is no balcony to support them. Ex-policeman Michael didn't find anything in the caretaker's room, but now he's measuring temperatures and he's hot on the trail.
It's cool in the room. It's the hottest part of the room. definitely a solid wall. Just can't understand why this same wall over there is 3 to 4 degrees cooler.
He doesn't know he's next to the window where ghostly faces have been seen. He's outwardly calm, but his heart rate tells a different story.
I'm just going to lay on the bed.
Once again, he lies in wait.
He's lying in the position that I saw the woman lying in the bed, on the same side and everything.
Not feeling a thing, obviously.
Well, I don't know.
I just heard some children's crying.
Ah, good.
Coming from that same wall that I felt that was warmer. Got a sound recording device here. Could be the fact that I was laying on the bed.
Like Michelle, he hears the whispers, but his curiosity outweighs his fear.
He's experiencing something. Yes, I know he is. I can see it all going around, but it's going around in his head and he's not telling us about it.
Come on, kids, talk to me. I heard you.
We left Fiona in the stables. She'd just found the clue and got a fright in the process.
Which force or natural element killed Morris? Oh, jeez.
She's got to keep her nerve to work out the password.
Use this force and use it well. Hold this paper near. Blanket seams, but in the square, time and force will secrets tell.
She's put the paper near a candle and revealed the answer.
What I can read on this, you wouldn't be able to see it on the camera, it says sin. It says sin on the paper. On there is nothing.
Fiona has successfully found the password to the second challenge.
Pretty spooky.
Michael's poised to spring into action at the first sign of ghostly activity.
Might check outside, see if there's a balcony there. Sounds like footsteps just outside behind the bed head wall. Let's take a quick reading of that. It's quite normal for the rest of this room, apart from that one wall. A lot of noise in here, hard to make out whether it's just the fact that it's an old house or whether there is some sort of presence around.
Fiona's through to the second challenge in the servants' quarters. In this room, she has to remember the password to access the computer. In here, the contestants must find the diary of Catherine Bingham, which describes in detail the 6 deaths at Monte Cristo. All can be related to 6 of the 7 deadly sins. Contestants must match each sin to a death. One sin will remain unmatched. The answer is greed.
Let me out.
Fiona's remembered the password, but is stuck. She's really on edge and seems confused between the virtual room and the real one.
I can't get out. I can't get in the room, go inside it, and I can't leave because there's 2 doors and I'm not too sure how it works. And to tell you the truth, I feel very trapped. I feel very trapped sitting in here at the moment. And I feel like she was trapped. She must have had a horrible life in this room. It's very small. I can smell smoke in this room. I can smell emptiness. These things.
The crew moves the high chair,
Oh, God.
and Fiona loses focus completely. she fails the challenge. Michelle's now in the chapel. She's using the infrared camera when she senses a presence.
Again, I just heard the crying that I heard in the boys' room. I wonder if it's a little girl running. I don't know, but I hear crying. But I heard crying. I actually feel a bit sick to the stomach.
We can't explain this crying she is hearing, but it is physically affecting Michelle. The crew will make the curtains move to see how she reacts.
Shit. Oh, the blinds just opened. I didn't do it. Oh. Blinds just opened of their own accord.
As in the previous room, Michelle is taking it personally.
Again, in this room, somebody does not want me here. It's their place of mourning. There's alone.
Dennis was pretty rattled in the chapel where he sensed a presence. Now it's his turn in the stables. Our psychic Max was troubled here earlier tonight.
The heart's really racing. It's a death.
He didn't know the history of the place, yet his description of the death of young Morris was uncanny.
It's cold and yet it's hot. It's cold yet it's hot. It's fire. Death. It's just death. No mistake about that.
Dennis is very tense now.
I'm walking around the stable now. I'm in the area where the little boy, basically where his bed was, where he's sleeping. At this moment now, I'm just feeling sensation right there in my body. Quite cold actually, right here in this spot here. Quite nervous actually, you can tell.
The production crew introduced sound effects into the stables at the same time for each contestant. The timing's not good for Dennis.
Oh shit. You know it's everywhere now. No matter where I'm standing, very cold. It's almost like I'm frozen, I can't move.
Where'd that sudden chill come from?
Still to come.
Someone's just walked in.
The ghosts come too close for comfort.
In the van here with us.
This is pretty spooky. Every time
And Fiona's light gives her a fright.
Don't do it. Oh my god! This is bullshit!
Your vote could help decide the winner of the grand final. So surf to our website and vote for your favourite contestant. And while you're there, try our Screen Test Web Challenge. You could win a very cool and super fast Apple iBook laptop in a range of electric colours. With Apple's easy-to-use movie editing software iMovie already installed, you can cut your own scary movie, surf the net, play games, or even work. It's the same great prize we'll be giving to our 4 grand final runners-up. The grand final winner receives an Apple PowerBook complete with Final Cut Pro, the professional desktop movie software. Our runners-up also receive this exclusive JVC digital video Cybercam. The series winner scores a stylish JVC flat-screen TV, a high-performance digital VCR, and the latest digital video camera with digital stills and MP3 capabilities. A total prize pool of nearly $65,000. Fiona is falling under the same spell in the caretaker's cottage as Michael.
I'm gonna try on these chains here. For some reason, I feel compelled to. I don't know why. That's really weird.
Dennis has conquered his fear enough to find the clue in the stables.
Oh, I've got a cold chill down my spine actually. And I can see the word. I think it reads sin. Yes, it does. S-I-N, sin.
Dennis is through to the second challenge in the servants' quarters.
The answer I'm looking for is what happened in the past room. So I've typed in boy, which was incorrect. I typed in fire, which is incorrect. So I'm trying to think what the password is.
It's been a long night. Dennis can't remember the password and will fail this challenge. It's Michelle's turn to try to find the clue in the stables.
And now I feel a definite chill setting in.
The temperature is constant, but seems to be bothering her.
It's washing over me. I'm getting really goosebumps. It's really cold. It's cold in this area.
Our sound effects keep her on edge.
If someone is around. And I just heard I just swore a bit because I heard a banging.
Fiona's out of the shackles in the caretaker's room, but now she's got more to worry about.
This is pretty spooky. Every time I've got the camera facing at me, this light is flashing on and off. I'm just gonna face it away for a sec, hang on. There you go. There you go.
It's 11:30, the time that several unexplained events start to happen.
This is unbelievable. Don't do it. Oh my God! This is bullshit!
The crew thought her camera was on automatic exposure, but were unable to repeat this effect when they tried later.
Are you not tired? No, I'm okay. Where'd that sudden chill come from?
I don't know, it's cold, isn't it?
Someone's just walked in. We've got someone in the van here with us. Got a couple of entities in the van.
It's right.
It's right here.
Hello.
Hello. I've got someone here.
No, there's
someone right here.
There's still no change in the room.
God.
While she's encountering something she can't explain, in the control van, there were some unwelcome guests.
Oh, that temperature it's just gone ice.
I certainly felt a distinct chill at this moment.
Oh my God. Oh, that's okay. He's moving away again now. It's all right. Can you feel that? Can you feel it? Is something warming up again now? What I'm getting here is...
something around the chairs.
What's happening with your machine?
Now the audio in the truck is going.
It's not attached. Are you getting any readout? Good, okay. Oh, really? Oh, really?
And there's interference on the camera.
I'm hearing a baby crying. This light is flashing on and off. My own camera light is flashing on and off at my face. And this is really, really serious. I just feel overwhelmed in this room. This room is so overwhelming. It's full of sadness, but it's like there's... I don't know, I feel like there was good people that died in here.
Next week, the battle to the grand final.
Oh my God!
Michael gets it at last.
Definitely activity happening in here.
And Dennis likes it hot.
Got a bit of heat on my groin actually. Makes my chair a bit warm.
Then, 4 new contestants take on Queen Victoria Hospital and all the patients that didn't go home.
This is for real. Now this is for real.
Surf to our website now and chat online with Sam Duncan, winner of the Studley Park Scream Test.